Hi, so in this video we will learn how we can create an Azure pipeline using the Docker Hub and then deploying it to the AKS, that is Azure Kubernetes Service. So let's first of all create our Kubernetes cluster. So currently I have already one cluster is there. I'll create another cluster. I'll create a new resource group, that is RG NodeJS, and go to dev test. So again in this Kubernetes cluster we will deploy a Node.js application. So P, PM cube, I will name it to 0002 and size I'll just mention as 2. So review and create. Click on the create button. So this may take a little while. So meanwhile, what we'll do, we'll create a Docker repository. So click on the repository and create a repository, and I would give it name as a node 05. Click on create, then go to the Azure repo. Again, create a new project called node 05 and it will all set. Then we'll go to the IntelliJ. I'll just remove the .git file. So now it is a fresh local repository. And now to convert into the Git repository, I will go for a init version and then go back to the repo. Click on the repo and it will give an instruction. Just copy and paste over here. So now our repository is synced with the remote repository. Now git add all the files, git commit, git push, and just use this push and check our repo. Okay, so now everything is good. So now let's change something related to our project. So we have I will go through this whole project structure. We have a chart. They are the used for the ham chart, which has a template and the value file, and in the value file we change it to node 5. And we have a load balancer which is pointing to 80, and if you go to the deployment, then again the container port is 80. So that is where our application.app.js is running. So again it is a simple app.js. It has a one endpoint, that is hello. We just print hello world from Azure CI/CD pipeline, and our application will run on a 80 on the pod. And then we have a docker file. Docker file is a very simple file which has a base image, and then we have working directory. We are copying the package.json, and then we'll start with the app.js, and we have a package.json. It's very simple. It is a starting point, again showing as a AJS. Anyways, now if you go for Azure pipeline, this is the YML pipeline I already have previously. So it has nothing fancy except for this trigger one none. So this is a manual trigger, an agent pool on which the pipeline will be running. It's an Ubuntu because our cluster are on the Ubuntu Linux containers. Then we have a two tasks in the steps. So one task is a Docker task, that is a CI task which will build and deploy using this command into this Node 05 repository. And then we have a CD command that is for deployment using the Kubernetes, using one connection, GKE connection. Instead of that, now we are using the AKS now, so we'll use the AKS connection, Azure Kubernetes connection. And then the chart path, using the chart path, ham will deploy or upgrade the whole application, and our release name would be a Node 05. So now let's git status, git commit, first commit, and git push. Okay, so it should be there. Now our Azure pipeline, just let's double verify. Docker connection there and AKS connection there. Everything is there. Now because we are, these are the two external, or we can say internal, but from the pipeline perspective, the Kubernetes service is a different service. And then we have a Docker, so we require two service connection. So let's first try on a service connection that is related to Docker. And where is the Docker? Docker registry is here. Click on the next. Click on the Docker hub. Enter your credentials. Verify it. Verification successful. Grant access and give the Docker name. Verify and save. Okay, so now we'll create another service connection for the Kubernetes, and because it is inside the same portal, just enter your password. So now here we have changed this Node.js cluster, and then namespace as default, and connection is AKS connection. Grant all. So this should create our service connection related to the AKS. That is helpful for not find any secret associated with service account. Are we going to create any secret? Okay, so did our cluster has successfully run? Okay, let's check the connection, and we can try get the credentials. So let's again try. Okay, so what is the problem? We have Python. Should not be any problem, but we'll again try. AKS and grant permission. Okay, let's go with the service account. Or if I go with the GCP work, doesn't matter. What I will do is kubectl get nodes, kubectl apply fsa. So now it has created secret, but still we'll try again. And if it is not creating this time, then we'll find another way. Okay, let's find a different way. There is a service account. Okay, so now again we'll double check this one. Yeah, it is the same, I guess, but still we'll get it. Okay, so now we need a secret. So go here and the command prompt, namespace we do not have, and then secret is the secret name. Deploy as a secret, and just copy this JSON and we'll try to save. So our AKS connection has been saved. Now go to the pipeline repo and double verify all look good. Docker connection AKS con 45. Okay, so now let's try to run the pipeline. Create the pipeline, select the repo, and the pipeline is ready. Let's try to run. So this pipeline may take uh, 2 to 3 minutes or maybe a couple of minutes max. So pipeline got started. I'll pause the video for a couple of minutes and we'll come back. So our pipeline got success. So check in the Helm list, successfully deployed kubectl get all. So we have a pod is running. So just check the logs. So log is working fine. So we have a load balancer. So try this load balancer copy and copy into the browser /hello. So yes, we got and output message that hello world from Azure CI/CD pipeline. So we have successfully built and deployed into the Azure node using the NodeJS application and using the Azure EKS and again using the Docker repository. So that's it for this video, but before we close, we should make sure that we don't forget to delete the Kubernetes service. Delete it. Okay, so I'll delete every Kubernetes service so that we should be clear about it. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.